I love you with my heart, with my soul, with every fiber of my entire being. How are you feeling right now, beautiful soul? So I want to share with you 5 top tips for manifesting your dreams. All of us on this planet deserve to thrive in this human reality. None of us should be struggling. And a lot of people do. And there are certain things that you can do that if you implement into your daily routine or your mindset, or you adopt these different ways of being, then manifesting becomes a lot easier. So the first tip that I want to share with you is this. You've got to be relentless. You've got to get an idea or a concept or this vision in your consciousness. You've got to feel it in your heart. You've got to feel it within every cell of your entire being. And then you've got to move towards it. You've got to wake up every single day taking action that is going to move you closer towards that dream. It doesn't matter how big that step is. It could be a tiny little step. It doesn't have to be a gigantic step, but you've got to step. And life is going to come out and people are going to be in your way. You're going to face challenges. And what you've got to do is you've got to be relentless in your approach. It doesn't matter what you're faced with. It doesn't matter what challenges the universe throws at you. It doesn't matter what obstacles, people, situations are put in your way. You could be on the way to an important meeting. Your car breaks down. Some people would think, you know what, and give up. I would get out of the car, leave the car exactly where it was, flag down a taxi or run. If I was within a mile, I'd probably run. Even if I got there sweating, I wouldn't care. If that meeting was important and mission critical to me getting to the next stage of my journey to manifest my goals and my dreams, I would run, I would sprint, I would crawl, I would climb, I would just make it happen. I am relentless in my approach. It doesn't matter what I'm faced with, I am gonna find a way. And you have to adopt that attitude. It's very, very important. You must adopt that attitude. It's mission critical, it's so important. Be relentless. Top tip number 2, you've got to be patient. Even though you've got to be relentless and you've got to keep going and you've got to leave no stone unturned and you've got to find a way, you've got to understand that when you plant seeds, they take time to grow. So you've got this idea, you've got this concept, you've got this vision. It could be massive. And you've got to understand that it's not going to happen overnight. So you've got to plant those seeds and you've got to water them. And you've got to water them and water them and love them and water them some more. You've got to observe them. You've got to keep taking steps. You've got to keep taking action. You've got to be relentless. But at the same time, you've got to exercise patience. Because sometimes great things take a while to manifest. And what happens is this great big dream that you've got inside of you that you can see so clearly, it unfolds in stages. And a lot of people, they see the end result and they want it now. And as they're going through the stages, they think that it's not happening fast enough. So they give up. They turn around, they quit, they pack their bags, they go home, and it all falls apart. That dream falls by the wayside because they couldn't be patient. There are times when you might have to sit still for a couple of weeks, a month. And whilst you're sitting still, you can be exercising, meditating, working on yourself, preparing yourself for the next stage of the game. Because as we go on this journey and we face challenges, we still have to do the inner work. Because if there is a period when you've got to be patient, it might be because you're not ready yet to actually face or experience or overcome what is the next stage, which you may not know what the next stage is because it hasn't happened yet. You're just moving and playing this game to get to manifest this dream reality. and things are unfolding, you never know what other players in the game are going to do, what moves they're going to make. And there are going to be other players in the game of life when you're trying to manifest your dreams. Some of them will try and trip you up. Some of them will help you step up the rungs of the ladder. You're going to meet all different types of people and situations. And sometimes you're going to have to take a nice long deep breath, or several nice long deep breaths, take a step back, observe the situation, be patient, and wait for other players in the game to make their moves before you make your next move. It's like a game of chess sometimes. So patience is so important. Again, it's a mission critical ingredient. It's one of my 5 top tips. You must be patient, beautiful soul. Top tip number 3. You've got to be present. You've got to be living in the now. You've got to be in this present state of conscious awareness 24/7. Because when you do that, you stop something very important from happening. And that is being distracted. What you don't want to happen is to be distracted. Okay? And when you remain in your heart's present, in a fully conscious, high vibrational state of awareness, all of these distractions, which I guarantee will come into your reality to try and take you off course. Left, right, up, down, backwards, to get you to stop. You're going to get other opportunities, and they might seem like amazing opportunities. But when you focus and you come into that present state of awareness and you kind of analyze and sit with this opportunity, you'll realize it's a distraction. You know, in the short term, it might make you X amount of money. It might help you climb this rung on the ladder. But are you going to be able to climb the next rung afterwards? If I move the bishop to this part of the chessboard, what's going to happen next? You've got to be looking 2-3 steps ahead. You can't always see 3 or 4 or 5 or 2 steps ahead or whatever it is. But you've got to look at all of these possible scenarios and options. When you do that from a present state of awareness, you'll realize there's a lot of bullshit around. There's a lot of people that will try and drag you into their reality or drag you into this opportunity. And all it's going to do is stop you achieving your dreams as fast as you want to achieve them. It might throw you back 2 months, 4 months, 6 years. You don't know. So stay focused, be present, be in your heart, and have that laser accuracy locked in on your sights, on your vision, on your goal, and don't become distracted. When you're living in your head and not in your heart and you're thinking too much, it's easy to get waylaid and to let your train be derailed and come off the train tracks. Don't let it happen to you. Do not let that happen. Number 4, top tip number 4. You've got to take time for yourself to re-energize. If you're on this mission and you've got this great big dream, I guarantee, as I said before, it's not going to happen overnight. Or it may do, but it's highly unlikely. Okay? So you've got to kind of kick back and be in for the long haul. Now, a Formula 1 racing car has to have its tires changed. Okay? We have to take time for ourselves and re-energize. Okay? We got to take a step back, go to the gym, meditate, go to sleep, rest, eat good foods, take time out in the day or the week just to sit there and contemplate and just simply be, to re-energize your mind, your body and your soul. Go and have a sauna, go and have a massage. You've got to change your own tires. You've got to take care of your own vehicle, your own body. If you don't, it's not going to last the distance. It's going to get burnt out. I know you've got to be relentless, but at the same time, you've got to be balanced. You've got to take this time to refocus, to re-energize, to recalibrate your own physical body, your own mind, your own consciousness. Otherwise, you're going to get tired, you're going to get frustrated, you're going to get angry, and you're going to lose that kind of inner spark of determination that keeps you being relentless, that allows you to be patient. that allows you to do the things necessary to go on this journey and overcome the challenges that you're going to face. You've got to take time out for yourself. If you don't, you're going to burn out. Guaranteed. No one can go the distance unless they incorporate balance and take time out from their daily regime to re-energize. And that could be just spending time with your girlfriend or your wife or your husband or your boyfriend or your children. Go into the park and playing football with your kids. Whatever it is, go to the cinema, I don't know. But every day you've got to take time out. And every week you've got to take a bit of time out. And every month you've got to take a bit of time out. It could be hours in a day, days in a week, weeks every few months, for example, to go on holiday, to replenish away from the craziness. My fifth and final top tip is this, and this is probably the most important of all. Well, they're all important, but this is a game changer, and it's so simple. Number 5, top tip number 5, get up early. Get out of bed early. Overcome yourself at the start of the day. Get up at 4 o'clock, get up at 5 o'clock, when everyone else is sleeping, when the birds are tweeting, when the phones don't ring, when the laptop doesn't vibrate with your Gmail and your Skype and your WhatsApp. Get up early, meditate, exercise, write, do whatever it is, some qigong, get up early. Between 4 o'clock and 9 o'clock, you can achieve so much. Most people are still in their pits. Most people are still dreaming, lounging, lying around. But you're 5 hours in front of them. If you add that 5 hours up over the week, you're 35 hours in front of everybody else before they've even made a move. Do you know how much you can achieve in 35 hours? It's ridiculous when you're laser focused and you've got this dream and this mission. Get up early, focus on yourself. Do some deep breathing exercises, go out for a jog, go out for a walk, connect with nature. Just get your ass out of bed early and get going before everybody else. And over time, you're going to be leaps and bounds and strides and huge mountains ahead of everybody else. And most importantly, you will have overcome and combated your own self in the morning, because the body often wants to lie in bed. The body doesn't want to get up in the cold. The body doesn't want to get up when it's dark. The body will just lie there. So by dragging your body out of bed and making it do the things it doesn't want to do, you've overcome you. And you are the one thing that really stands in your own way on this mission to fulfill your goals and your dreams. Because the universe is always going to support you. People in the universe are always going to support you when your frequency and your vibration is in alignment. But you will always defeat you in some way, shape or form if you don't combat and overcome yourself. And getting your butt out of bed early every single day is the best way to do it. So set your alarm and get up early. And to make it a little bit easier for you, go to bed early. Don't go to bed at midnight. Go to bed at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Get yourself into bed under the sheets early. Make sure that you fall asleep easily by having an hour off your screens before bed. No phone, no TV, no bullshit interference, no 4 and 5G. Sit there in peace with a cup of tea an hour before bed, just being, just feeling. If you want to do something, get a pen and paper and plan your next day. But get into bed early and get up early. Get ahead of the game. These are my 5 top tips. I guarantee you, if you start to implement them, if you start to behave this way, act this way, feel this way, your life is going to change. adopt these 5 top tips and you will become successful. You will manifest your dreams. You will get to where it is that you want to go to. And then you'll reach for even higher goals and higher dreams. Because if you're like me, you're never going to be satisfied. Progress is what keeps us going. Progress is what keeps us alive. Progress is what keeps that inner spark of divinity fired up in the furnaces of our bellies and our hearts, and makes us and helps us create this magic in our reality. Wherever you are on this planet, I love you unconditionally. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel now. If you're watching it on Facebook, like it and share it. Let's share these positive messages with our sisters and our brothers. Together we really can make this world a much more harmonious place. Teamwork is the key. Wherever you are on the planet, go out and love fiercely and ferociously. Hug and never be the first to let go. Remember to check out our website, starmagichealing.com. I'll see you again real soon, beautiful soul. One love, one heart, one human family. Peace out.